What is going on YouTube? It is FlopFish here, and welcome to another NHL 13 gameplay commentary. And this is one that has been a long time in the process for, and it's something that I'm really excited to bring you guys. And yeah, it's called Chel Clubs. And so I don't know how many of you follow CHF 11, Canadian Hockey Fan 11. I will leave his link in the description below, but he posted a video, I guess a week and a half or so ago, about kind of like a competitive league similar to like Optic Gaming, Envious, Farico, and Call of Duty in the NHL community. And little did he know at that point, not many people actually knew. Maybe one person knew, and maybe some real life friends knew too. But I was working on this for over 2 months for trying to implement a system for this in Call of Duty and get everything working right for it. And pretty much how it'll happen is that it'll be very similar to it. I'm not gonna lie. And I guess I'll just read what's off my sheet that I created for it. And it's a little QA sheet here, so might link it in the description below. I probably will actually, but Chel Clubs is an initiative to bring a fun, entertaining, competitive environment to the EA Sports NHL series. Similar to the MLG circuit, the goals of Chel Clubs are to improve the skill of the competitors, increase the following and interaction of the NHL community, develop a free-to-play competitive league for the NHL series, and to kind of create, these nice little division rivalries, some nice little fun rivalries in there, because I think that'd be pretty cool to have. Like you have guys say like Bones on the Man against Decasaurus. If you have those two guys going against each other, there's probably going to be some nice little beaks going back and forth. There's probably going to be some pretty good chirps going on between teams, and I think that'd be kind of cool to see. And it's something that I think everyone will have a lot of fun in. So how it'll work is it's pretty much, like I said, it's pretty much like the MLG style format where it'll work in a season, and you get points based off wins. And your team will play a set amount of games a week. So, for example, this is just a mock schedule. Say there's like, I'll explain the season format before I get into the mock schedule. You'll play a set amount of games a week against opponents that are scheduled, and the clubs will be placed in the conferences by a combination of factors like record, overall skill, and location. Location is probably going to be the bigger factor out of all those, but as the league grows over time, there's gonna be some changes made to it, like divisions and tiers and stuff, and I think it's gonna create a very fun atmosphere for the game, and I think it'll be pretty awesome. And so eventually I hope there will be like tiers and stuff in it. I don't know if it'll get that big or not, but who knows? Anything can happen. And yeah, so pretty much all it is an MLG style of format, and it's just team random games, online team versus play with your random teams. That way you don't have anyone complain about what team they're getting, or not team random. You choose your team you want to play with. To me, that's just the fairest way. If you want to choose like the Canucks, the other person can choose a similar team or something like that. I'll still probably work out the minor parts of that detail, but anyways, on to like kind of how the season will work. So for example, say we got 10 teams to sign up for the first little bit. The first season is going to be really short because it's pretty late already. But if we got 10 teams to sign up, it'd pretty much be like a 5-week kind of schedule where you have 3 games scheduled that you have to play against that team during that week. And pretty much all you do is you play those teams 3 times, and then those are your results. And how it would work is that you get split up into 2 conferences, so 5 teams per each conference. So that's 10 teams, and you'd play in 5 weeks. You'd play all your conference people twice, so you'd have 2 games against your conference teams, and then 1 game against an out-of-conference team a week, which I think is a pretty cool format, and it allows for these rivalries to come into place. And I think it'll just be an overall really fun kind of thing to bring in. So that's kind of how seasons would work, and how they are gonna work. The teams is still something I'm tweaking right now. I have them right now consisting up of, like, you can have up to 6 players, 5 skaters, and a goalie. The goalie is mandatory for playing. You cannot play this without a goaltender, and I just think that might change. I might make it so maybe you don't have a goalie, you have all players who are just skating out. We'll see about that though. I think it'd be kind of more competitive if you had a goalie in net, because they can make some huge saves, and I think it just bring an overall fun atmosphere to the game. And that's kind of one of the things that I'm just going to be working on a little bit before everything kind of starts, and I'll probably have an update video next week when it's 100% finalized. But yeah, so that's kind of how teams will work. You can have up to 6 players, and then in order to play a game, you obviously, if the goaltenders are required, you have to have your goalie, and you have to have a minimum of 3 skaters, just because I know there's going to be some weeks where, there's not going to be everyone on the team that can play, but, you still feel like you can go out and win a game or do fairly well at least, so you'll go with your 4 players in, and you're still not at a big disadvantage, and it'll be pretty easy to, I think, schedule around. And once again, with the schedule, you can play those teams anytime within you have the 3 games. You can play them at any time you want to within those 3 weeks. You just play one game, and then whoever wins that game gets points. And so how it'll work is that hopefully someone on your team will have a capture card, because in my opinion that'll be probably one of the easier ways to monitor this whole thing. If not, it's no big deal. We'll try to find a way to work it. But yeah, so how it'll work for wins, you'll get 3 points for a regulation win, you'll get 2 points for an overtime win or a shootout win, and you'll get 1 point for a shootout loss or an overtime loss. And then whoever has the most points, obviously, towards the end leads the league and gets a top seed in the playoffs or the tournaments. And yeah, so that's pretty much how the season's going to kind of shake down a bit. And then the tournaments, there will be a few tournaments throughout the year, depending on how many teams there are. First year, there probably will only be like 2, just because we're probably starting this up in late or like halfway through May or so, and running it to release of 14-ish around there. And then, so yeah, it'll be like different style tournaments. We'll probably have Olympic round robin style, where you just kind of have 3 teams in each pools, and you have to play them, and then the top 2 teams advance and so on. And then the other one's going to be kind of I don't know if you're watching the COD championships or not, or like the tournament NHL 13 Insiders putting on, but it's going to be like a best of 3 elimination bracket, which is pretty cool. And that'll take place. It'll be a bit of a longer thing to do, but hopefully it'll work out pretty well. And once again, it's something that in the first year, this is going to require a lot of tweaking. Like, don't expect it to be perfect in the first year. I'll try to make it the best I can, but it's going to be a big learning experience for me as well. And hopefully, we can kind of grow this all together. So, yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. Obviously, game will be 5-minute periods. Game tied at regular. It'll just be like your regular game mode, your regular online versus match, and reporting scores. I'm gonna try to set it up on Google Docs where you report the score or something like that, or on a website where you just submit the score, or just message me with the score, and it's just kind of like, yeah, here's your score, and yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. If I could get it all working out where it's just one website where it just submits it and then it goes right in. But if there's any problems with it, see, I made sure I put this in the Q&A, because there will be, I guarantee you, I'm not gonna be like saying this as like kind of one of the people who's like negative Nancy's and stuff, but hopefully we never face this issue. But there will be discipline and reviews for teams, such as teams that lie about the scores. If you do it a couple times, there's no tolerance for it. You're gonna be gone. If your goalie keeps on disconnecting, there will definitely be something going on, because that's gonna be like, no, you're gonna have to stop, because that's kind of not really fair. So that's pretty much all there is for this, actually. There's going to be some other stuff along the way, a couple other things that are going to happen. There's going to be an All-Star weekend. We're about halfway through the season. There's going to be an All-Star game featuring a skills competition and an All-Star game. The format has yet to be determined, but I think Someone put one on in the community this year, and it was good, like the kind of drafting style of the teams. And I think something like that would be kind of cool. If there's a way we could do it with more than 5 people on each team, it'd be kind of cool. But I think the whole skills competition would be very, very cool to have. And like I said, at the end of this all, there's going to be a championships, and that is going to be a best of 3 single or probably double elimination bracket style, very similar to the COD championships that just went on this weekend. But yeah, that's pretty much everything for this. So if you guys are interested in this, drop a comment, drop me a message. I have a whole bunch of, I'm just going to go through, and if you have a team set up, message me it, and I will put it in. And yeah, make sure you tell me what system it's on too. And yeah, if you have a capture card, and if you guys want to help with this, if there's any NHL guys that want to help with this, let me know. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys kind of understand this. Any questions, feel free to leave a comment. And as always, guys, take it easy and peace out.